Hi everyone, I am Zeiss, and on this channel I turn you into an RPG master. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure to smash the subscribe button and keep in touch. Now, the PTR of Diablo 4 2.0 is over. I couldn't really play the last day because we didn't have any power, but when it came back online, the PTR just disappeared. Anyway, so overall my impressions about the PTR are good, although some things didn't work, some things were bugged, some were broken, some were like they used to be before, but they probably wouldn't be. Just to name a few, Wither, for example, was not capped, some of the Shadow Necro stuff was not capped. Oh, I have the Necromancer skill tree here, because I'm gonna discuss some of the changes that have been going on for the last couple of seasons. But overall, I think the developers are finally getting it, and the direction they're headed is actually not so bad. Now, even all the content has its own meaning, like strongholds for leveling, Helltide for boss materials, Infernal Hordes for mostly GA items, Nightmare Dungeons for crafting materials, Whispers for all of the above, and the Pit for glyphs, and the bosses for runes, mythics, and build enabling uniques, which is quite the thing they did here. I actually noticed many people failed to recognize this achievement on the forums. I was called mentally ill, demented, so on and so forth, but as one of the top hardcore players, I would like to say, yeah, keep them coming, I don't mind. Your stupidity doesn't impress me at all. Anyway, so let's get back to the Necromancer here, because that is actually my main class, although I'm not sure if I'm gonna main it in the Vessel of Hatred. I definitely want to try the Spiritborn class, because I've played all the other classes, and my Platinum trophy for this game on the PlayStation is kind of a proof to that. I basically like the Necromancer the most, because it's kind of the worst class until you actually put some thought in it. Well, what we noticed since game launch is that the Blood Artisan Necromancer keeps on being the top build ever, but especially since season 4 and when the Gauntlet got introduced, things for the Necromancer started shifting dramatically. Why? Because the core skills of the Necromancer are turning slowly into utility skills. Well, by just looking at the skill tree here, probably you know already that all the Necromancers are using Blood Mist, which I tend to avoid, except on a few builds, Corpse Tendrils as utility, and Decrepify. Right. But what is happening for like 2 or 3 seasons now? Blood Lance is being turned into utility, which is going to be even better utility now that it can get the attack speed with this upgrade above 100. Together with what Atma's chosen, it can be 197.5 attack speed, which is the maximum attack speed you can ever get. Anyway, Blood Surge is slowly moving into the end game. When I was doing that preseason, I was called a noob, but yeah, I guess people finally realized what I already knew like more than a year ago, but it's good for them, I guess. Bone Spear kinda falls off. It's just a utility to prolong Bone Storm for your golem, right? I'm pretty sure you haven't thought of that either. Blight is, since couple of seasons, turning into a no longer damaging skill. It's to proc Shadow Blight, for example, or scale your other skills damage. That's widely known. It's also used for speed with Reaper's Pursuit. So what I'm trying to say here is that actually the Necromancer is so versatile. You just gotta have IQ more than 69, I guess. So anyway, I'm gonna avoid being so arrogant. I'm just gonna try to not be so arrogant, because there are so many stupid people out there whose feelings might get hurt. But I definitely like these new connections. We can generally skip through some passives. I like the Necrotic Fortitude. That is really good. We no longer need to use Temerity. We can use that with Prudent Heart on our pants on hardcore. That would make it really good. I like this one for damage, because all the Necro builds fortify anyway, right? That's the thing. And of course the additional lucky hit, and that is a really good addition in the Necro arsenal, especially here. Those connections, those are really good. This connection, although it seems kind of weird, because who plays Bone Spirit, I mean, without serration to get crit chance for free, so you don't have to have it as much on the gear, right? That's kind of weird. You can also get it here, but yeah, Bone Spirit is yet another core skill which is turning into a utility skill now. If you remember my video on this channel, if you follow, you probably saw my video that sunglasses are actually now required, pun intended, because I'm Zeiss, right? But sunglasses might actually be really required to play Bone Spirit now, namely with Soul Rift. If we build around Soul Rift, Bone Spirit will be the thing to actually trigger the Unmaker, because it will restore the essence, among a few other things. You probably saw me do that kind of build on the PTR lately. Those connections are drastically improved. Blood Wave is really good now. It provides DR. We no longer have to worry about it as much. Blood Wave is also granting more blood orbs, so the core skill Blood Lance is, again, like I said, turning into a really good utility skill for increasing attack speed and eating your blood orbs. That's season 4, if you didn't know. But yeah, again, I guess people are just discovering it, like I've noticed lately. I don't know if Bone Storm is gonna be that useful anymore now, especially having in mind Soul Rift can work with pretty much any build. And this new Affliction passive, especially when it's combined with the new board and the new glyph to get so much stats and damage to elites, which is actually the more important thing. I believe Necro is finally on par with the other classes, but it's probably gonna be just like one build or two. I guess we are getting somewhere with this game, but I think until I see Diablo in the game, for me at least, it will still be in beta. Anyway, that's my take on it. I believe that minions actually still need a little bit more help. I couldn't test them as much, but everything looks good here. Finally, we're getting some good stuff. We're getting in the right direction. I just hope that they fix the double dips, the bugs, and the caps, and actually make more aspect work with the skills they're supposed to. Like, for example, phasing Poltergeist was not working with the Blood Artisan. There were such other instances, like for Sever Desecrated Ground, for Blood Wave Desecrated Ground, so on and so forth. Although one of them actually stacks. But anyway, yeah, I think there's not much more to add here. I'm totally looking forward to playing Season 6 and trying out the Spiritborn. Looks like I already have a bunch of ideas what to do with it, although I don't know really the aspects, the legendary aspects and such things. We'll see what we can do with that. Feel free to disagree with me, give me the hate, give me the dislike, unsubscribe, block me, mute me, ignore me, whatever the fuck you want. But I will still be here. I'll be playing the game anyway, so if you are one of those few who actually appreciate hardcore mode and know what I am about, right? Especially with the off-meta stuff and testing where the balance problems lie, feel free to hop in. I'll be there. See you on the next one. Peace out. Take care.